Hello and welcome everybody to a bonus edition of Keep Your Spirits Up. It's a Red and Paw Paw podcast. My name is Red and I've got Kendall with me. How you doing tonight, Kendall?
Hey, I'm doing great, Red. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Hey, we had to jump on here for this bonus episode. Keep Your Spirits Up because something big happened in the world of fantasy football, in the world of NFL, in the pop culture. Let everybody know what happened today in case they have been buried under a rock.
Yeah, what you got for us there, Red?
Oh, well, I'll tell them then. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged today.
Wow, yeah, I did. I heard about that. I sure did. I mean, what they've been dating for, I think, 2 years, right?
I believe it's around 2 years. Yeah, they announced it on Instagram. There's a picture of the ring and everything. Um, as far as their relationship goes, I'm happy for them, but I really don't care as far as more than as it relates to fantasy football for me. Because guess what? He's on my team.
So, how do you think that's going to relate, or not relate,
Um,
but how do you think that's going to affect fantasy football with him being engaged to a multi-billion-dollar woman?
distraction. Yeah, distraction is more like it. Um, I think that going into the draft, I had read reports that he had a bad year last year. It was a down year. Of course, I didn't. I mean, I didn't have him last year, but I know his year was bad. And then, but he's kind of got this good thing going on in the preseason, and he's got all these things. He's focused and focused and focused. But then it comes out that he's engaged now. So I'm not sure of his focus. So
Well,
I don't.
it's funny, but I mean, I think he'll be more focused now, don't you? Like, he's been dating Taylor for 2 years in the public, the spotlight and all that. And now, they're engaged and now he can just focus on the season, right? I mean,
Well, I don't know if he's going. That's all he's got to focus on. But it's definitely going to be a put up or shut up because last year everybody blamed her. The relationship was, a distraction, and that's why his numbers were down and everything. So now with this, the spotlight's really going to be on him. So he's either going to buckle down, and if you know, Patrick Mahomes' numbers were down last year as well.
yeah, but I really don't think I don't think Travis Kelce was healthy last year. I mean, I don't know if it's come out in the press or anything like that, but I think behind closed doors, I mean, something was going on with him. Like he just wasn't the same. Maybe he's but maybe he's on the downside of his career. I mean, uh probably is actually, but maybe he's got another 1 or 2 more good years left in him, especially in the fantasy world.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope at least one more year for my sake he does. But um, like a tight end, I mean, they can be productive. Look at Tony Gonzalez in the end of his career. Now, he wasn't Tony Gonzalez when in his prime, but he still was very productive. So it's
Sure.
just, this felt like a big drop off last year. So that's why I think that he's going to come back up a little bit on this one. At least I hope so. And so,
Well, and he's always going to be a weapon in the red zone, so that you've got a, no pun intended there, Red, for red zone, but um, you know,
yeah,
he's always going to catch touchdowns down there in the red zone inside the 20, and that's going to help your fantasy team putting up
true,
points.
true. Now, let's look at this one as it relates to, because like I said at the beginning, you've got fantasy impact, you've got NFL impact. Now, there's been conspiracy theories about him and her and the NFL and all the eyes that she puts on the product, and these little girls in high school only know the Kansas City Chiefs because that's where Taylor's boyfriend plays. What if, speaking of the conspiracy theories, what if she now is the halftime entertainment on in the Super Bowl, and they've just announced this? Then do you buy into the conspiracy theory?
Um, well, first of all, like, they haven't announced the Super Bowl performer for this year coming up
Not
next year.
no, not yet. They usually wait
They usually
until a little
wait.
later. Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, man, I don't know if I'm not buying any conspiracy theories. I mean, listen, let's just call it like it is. I mean, for the NFL, I mean, it was huge having Taylor Swift at all the football games of his. I mean,
sure.
huge because they're targeting other fans that they don't normally get. Um, do I
Right.
think that it's a very high probability that she will be a Super Bowl halftime performer now? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think she was before anyway. Now it's just going to be pushed it even further. Here's the thing: if the Chiefs somehow make it to the playoffs and beat my Ravens in the playoffs, and they go to the Super Bowl, and she's a halftime performer, and they've just gotten engaged, I'm calling foul on this. I think that at that point, then we can say the conspiracy theory is very true.
That it's not a real relationship? Is that what you're talking about?
No, not as a real relationship. That this they're just they've planned it all from the beginning. There's people that say you can tell who's going to be in the Super Bowl by the colors of the logo of the Super Bowl. Have you seen these videos with
Yeah,
them?
that's a bunch of. I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that. Sorry, not
But
believing that one.
I know, but it's true. I mean, and usually the colors are from the city that they're from. Like if it's New Orleans, it's a purple and gold, or whatever for Mardi Gras. But in other cities they did the same thing. But
Now you're saying the logo, the NFL logo,
not the NFL logo, the logo for the Super Bowl. If you go back and look, the logo for each Super Bowl, which is different every year, has
right?
different colors in it. Usually it's
Okay,
something related to the city that you're in, the Super Bowl is in. But
right.
it also has worked out to where both teams in the Super Bowl's colors are in the logo of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that. I definitely heard it last year, maybe the previous 3 years. But so do we know like do we have the logo yet for this year?
I don't know that, but that would be a great
Because I
follow up.
bet black and gold's in it.
I can guarantee you not, because once they figured out who their quarterback was going to be, they said no, no
So
black
you're
and
down
gold.
on Aaron Rodgers? While we're on that subject, you're down on Aaron Rodgers. You don't think he's for real?
I think he was very for real. He was one of the
Hmm.
greatest that we've seen in our generation, but he ain't no more.
Yeah, as a
Um,
matter of fact, this pains me to say this, but Aaron Rodgers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers the last time the Steelers were in the Super Bowl under Mike Tomlin. How about that?
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope that Aaron Rodgers has a decent enough year that the two running backs that they have back there in the backfield just run wild all over everybody.
You just want Jalen Warren and Caleb Johnson to go off, like kind of
That's all
like
I
the
care about.
Gibbs and Montgomery out of Detroit. That's what you're hoping
Exactly.
for.
I don't care. Run the wheels off of them. I don't, even if they, I mean, I don't want to ruin anybody's career, but this year is all we got right now. That's all I care about with them. Let's run them till they
There
till
you
they can't
go.
run no more. Yeah.
There you
So
go.
back to
Absolutely.
back to them. If
Yep.
if
Yep.
she is in the Super Bowl, or if she's the halftime performer, and the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, then I'm going to call. I believe in the
So
conspiracy.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're going to sit there and say to all of our listeners that the Super Bowl is rigged?
No, this is what I'm saying. They just announced today that they're engaged. We're at the end of August. If
Okay.
in January we're looking at a Super Bowl that has the Chiefs in it, which they're clearly not the top in the
Favorite.
AFC anymore,
Right. They're not.
and you got her at the Super Bowl halftime, yes, I'm calling BS on the whole thing that it was all rigged.
So, like, if the Chiefs and the Lions say are in the Super Bowl, you're saying somehow that the NFL is a conspiracy to get those two teams in the Super Bowl. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
But it's funny that you mentioned the Lions. Remember last year when they had that guy report as eligible um, receiver, and
Hmm.
the referees just ignored them. But he
Yeah.
looked
Yeah.
straight at him.
Yeah.
It's not like he didn't hear him. They ignored him,
Yeah. Was that a
and
playoff
that
game?
it cost them. I don't know if it was a playoff game, but I think it cost them like seeding or something.
Maybe a one
It may
seed
have
or something. Yeah.
it affected the season very much so. I can't remember exactly how
Right.
it did, but it was terrible. So yeah, I'm calling BS if that's what happens.
All right. Fair enough.
Now, like you said, when you look at it from the standpoint of the NFL, it's great. because now they've got all these more eyes that were never going to look at football, don't even know what a football is hardly, that are now looking at the product because of one Taylor Swift.
What do you think the over under is going to be on showing her ring this year?
Well, we've already got it once. I've seen it on Instagram.
No, I'm talking about like NFL telecasts.
Um,
Over under. Let's see. Over under
that's a great
48
question.
times.
Ooh, I don't know how many times they're on national TV, but they're going to show it at least every time they show her, if not more. Who knows?
Right, right. Of
They're
course.
obsessed with showing her in the box, the skybox in the
There you go.
Chiefs stadium. So yeah,
There you go.
it's going to be nuts. So what did we come up with? I think it's going to help him. I hope so. I'm praying that it does help him.
Yeah, it's out. It's out. Yes, I say hands down, 100%. It's going to help him. No doubt about it.
From your mouth to God's ear, and from God's ear to Travis Kelce's hands catching those balls. I hope so. I
There
hope
you
you're right.
go. There you have it.
All right, guys, we just wanted to jump on here and just kind of give you our take on what's happening with in the world of fantasy football today. We are going to pop up every once in a while with these little mini episodes or whatever we're going to call them, because there's some things that we talk about that are don't fit into the podcast, but one or the other one of us always says we need to record that and put it online because it's hilarious because it's usually something that I'm having to go through with you. Love you to death. But,
Oh man, like what, Red? Like what?
well,
Let's give the audience a little taste of what you might be talking about here tonight, sir.
the next time I try and help you get your microphone set on through your computer, I'm going to hit record for sure. So whatever you say, know that it's going to be recorded and it's going to be out there because it's pretty funny.
But hey, it's working great now. I mean, this is what 2 days in a row with me on my phone, and it's going great. So
Yeah,
hey, maybe
yeah,
I don't
we've
need a
got some things.
soundboard after all.
Well, we'll get there. We're going to always try to improve and get better. So
There
that's
you
a
go.
way
There you go.
that we can. So, all right,
Right on.
guys, we appreciate you listening. So, if you have not listened to the podcast before, you can now do it. That's also breaking news. I broke news yesterday that we were going to be on Apple and Spotify, but now we are on it. So we're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Amazon Music. If you search for Red and Paw Paw, you'll find us on either one of those. We're on Spotify, YouTube, basically everywhere that you go for a podcast, you can find us now. Just type in REDDANDPAWPAW, and you will find us. So yeah, that's a great thing. So if you haven't listened to us, give us a listen. We've got 2 other episodes out there, and we'll have plenty more coming. You got anything else you want to say, Kendall?
Yeah, I just want to say that we're 3 days away from Tennessee Vols football, buddy.
Can't wait.
I know you just love it.
Awesome.
Other than that, though, hey, thank you for your time and thank you for listening. We'll talk to you next time.
Absolutely. See ya. We're out.